Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Legend Commentaries here, bringing you today a commentary on Taric in a 5v5 on Summoner's Rift. We'll go through his abilities here very quickly. We have his passive, Gemcraft, where you restore mana with basic attacks. Not so good early game because you can't get in range that often, but it is very good late game. Your Q, Imbue, is where you can heal either yourself or an ally. You get a doubled effect on yourself, so healing yourself heals for a lot more, but if you heal an ally, then you heal yourself for a bit and them for a bit. Your W, Shatter, passively provides armor to yourself and nearby allies, and on activation, sacrifices that armor to decrease the armor of enemies hit, as well as deal damage to them. And then you have your E, Dazzle, where you launch out a projectile, does a bit of damage, and stuns them. So that is an amazing spell. Always pick that up at rank 1. Great for invading, great for in lane. It's what makes Taric a really viable support. And then you have your ultimate, Radiance, where on activation you will empower your allies with attack damage and ability power equal to half of what you yourself gain, and it also deals damage on impact. So really great spell for team fights. At level 6 with someone like a Graves or an Ezreal, you can pretty much burst down your lane from full to nothing. For my runes, I go for my standard support gold per 10 runes, getting my armor reds, magic resist at level 18 blues, and gold per 10 yellows and quints. For masteries, I go down the utility tree all the way to 21 points, getting the extra gold per 10, the mana regen, the cooldown reduction, and the summoner spell cooldown reduction, and also pick up 9 points in defense, getting that bonus health and some extra armor because I don't get quite as much of that since I'm running per level magic resist. Alright, so let's get straight into the gameplay here, and I'm sure you guys are kind of wondering like what the heck is going on. 11 minutes, towers down, Rise at mid, level 1, what is happening? Well, our Rise actually was AFK. I guess he had an error with the Riot client or something like that, so we have literally for the first 11 minutes of this game been juggling around the responsibility of mid. Ezreal's gotten a few kills, and right here, showing that Taric, that Dazzle, in combination with your ultimate, just does so much damage, and, of course, the heal helps as well, but man, you can completely turn the tide of a fight. That was a 4v1, and then I come in, and suddenly Ezreal picks up a double kill, and we help him get a little bit fed. Now, Rise, level 3 at this point, so we're kind of trying to babysit him mid, which is why I'm kind of sticking around up there. Bot tower's already down, so it's kind of difficult for Misfortune to farm at this point. She has 77 to Ez's 69, so not really that far ahead, and the team is getting pretty careless at this point. I'm sure you've all been there. I mean, when Rise was DC'd for 11 minutes, people started saying, okay, GG, well, we'll report at 20, that kind of thing. And now they're just so cocky because they had all this early game where they felt like they were winning really hard. And now, I mean, with people like Taric, Maokai, and Rise, all of them having binds, I mean, Jax can't move, he's stunned, the Shatter does damage, and all the armor also that's given from Shatter is just ridiculous. Which is one of the reasons why you go so heavy on magic resist in terms of your items. So getting items with magic resist like Merc Treads early is a good idea because you're kind of a tanky support. There, you saw me go up, stun the Sona, just tank the tower for Ez, because I can. I have so much armor that you really can just do pretty much whatever you want. And even though we were kind of behind in this game, now you can see pulling ahead, double the kills, 2k gold ahead, and just babysitting Rise. Still level 5, and actually about to get caught out here, but luckily Maokai and myself, with all of our stuns and binds, I land one on Annie. Maokai decides he wants to engage, not really sure about that one, but I'm able to get in the middle of everyone, get the ultimate off, and Rise actually helps me finish off a Darius, and then Maokai, of course, taking off the damage for that last guy, so or for Annie, so Taric is one of those champions where you have to play aggressively in lane. So having someone like an Ezreal or a Graves is a really good idea because when you land your stun, you're going to be able to fully engage with a dash or an arcane shift into an ultimate and a Q or a W from Ezreal. They're trying to steal with my Dazzle. Not quite able to pull it off, but nonetheless we still are able to come in here, and all the bonus damage from your ultimate on Taric is just, it's ridiculous. I mean, you can get pretty much your entire team a bonus 25 attack damage at at last rank, so it's GG, because even that small amount applied to your entire team, and then with an Aegis and your Shatter Aura, Taric he's just such a beast when you have these team fights, and that's why people like him so much. That's why he gets picked so often. That's why he has such a high win percent. I think he's like 70% win rate with Ez and Taric, because number one, Ez is a really good AD, and number two, Taric is just a ball in support. So you can see on my items right now, I went for 3 gold per 10s, and that might not be my normal build, but for this game it was, because we had an AFK, so I wanted to get that gold ticking because I wasn't going to be able to farm. And we need to watch this. We need to watch this. So I finally come in here. I was down checking for wards at Baron, and I end up coming up here. Jace double kill. Pick that one up. Mind you, my ultimate's popped. Here, the stun goes out on Misfortune. Bam, not able to do damage to Jace, and now we just kind of follow Misfortune around. I didn't want to steal his penta, and he picks up the pentakill. Ace, ace. So he gets the pentakill. That was exciting, because we were all just like, okay, now it's GG. You guys just lost this game so hard, and deservedly too, because they were being kind of douchebags. But it's alright, because we came back. Now Rise, level 13, still not quite on par with the majority of the team, but you know, he's right there with me, so we were able to kind of babysit him back and use this as a moral for you guys to not rage at your Rise, because right, at your Rise, I'm using air quotes here, because it can be anyone. You know, if your AD bot goes AFK, if your jungler's AFK, don't get super mad at them if they come back and they're back in the game at the 11-minute mark. Just try your hardest, babysit them, and try and get them back in the game. And that's what we did, and we were able to pull it out. Now, mind you, the skill level of the opponents, I mean, they were around my ELO, so, you know, 1400 around there. Not the highest ELO, but, I mean, they weren't complete noobs at this game either. So we at least were able to pull off a 4v5 for the first 11 minutes and then come back and pull off the 5v5 flawlessly, I'd say. We only got a few deaths on the entire team after that point. And in terms of the rest of the build, I mean, if you want to go for a very standard early start, get your Shurelya's early off of your Philostone, and then Heart of Gold, probably third item, and then build a straight up Aegis, go for a Randuin's, and just build whatever you need. I mean, in this case, Maokai had a Frozen Heart. I would have built that because it's pretty good on Taric, because just another aura, but I didn't end up getting it because just didn't need it. Our team already had one, so I went for a Randuin's, and Randuin's is a good item as well. So the build on supports really varies on the situation. You can't just look at this video and say, okay, what do I need to build on Taric? I mean, what are my items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's nothing like that, because there's so many different support items at this point that you can really do a lot of different stuff, and it depends on what your team has as well. Here, kind of thrown at that mid-inner, unfortunately, so we had to come back and prolong the game for another several minutes. Not able to pick it up there because we were kind of dancing around the fountain, harassing them and that kind of thing, just being stupid. But we end up picking a Baron, and this is going to be GG here, this final push. But Taric is, God, if you're having trouble playing a support that you like, or finding a support that you like, you know, try Blitzcrank, number 1. He is probably the most fun and active support you can play. But if you're not happy with him, you know, if you're not landing all the grabs and you get kind of frustrated, play Taric. It is somewhat, you have to be aggressive in lane, you have to be you know, up in the very forefront of the bushes, waiting for the chance to stun, making sure that your AD carries mana and abilities are up. You have to be very active in your attempts to kind of know what's going on, but if you are, man, you can have a lot of fun playing Taric like this game. I didn't get any kills, but you can see there are most assists on the entire map. I was there for pretty much every kill, you know, not there for 8 of them, but I accept, you know, it was early game, so every kill after that I was there for, and that is what you want to be as a support. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I hope you go and pick up Taric, because he is, like I said, he's just so much fun. I mean, look at me, I'm just taking this tower, taking hardly any damage, and I don't even have any armor items. I have Aegis and a Randuin's. I mean, I didn't build full armor, but I still have 247 due to Shatter, so please pick them up and give them a try. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, trying to put out a lot more of these recently. Let me know if you're enjoying them, whether you want me to change the style, that kind of thing. And I will talk to you all later. Love you, and goodbye.